Yo guys, this is Nate and I'm back with another audio commentary for WCReplays.com, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a relatively short replay, but an interesting one between me and Dimension, Undead versus Human. Let's go ahead and get this replay opened up. Map is Two Rivers, and players are me, Slide.viet is Undead versus Dimension, who chose random in this game, and he'll random Human, and the referees are Snama and the Abortionator. So go ahead and pause this game at 15 seconds on 1x speed under my vision with Fog of War on. Now basically in this game I'm going to address how to handle a human that does a tier 2 expansion. It's not particularly popular at this point, but it's still a menacing thing. It's really the best thing human can do is what Dimension does here, which is basically Mountain King, Paladin, and get an expansion. I would definitely say Undead is the better race in this matchup. Do the hero nuke, but with Mountain King and Paladin, that kind of cancels out a lot of that, and also with an expansion, then you really have a chance to beat the Undead player. So I think that's what he's going to try to do here. So hopefully you guys have reached 15 seconds by now, so let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, so I'm just going to go from, I don't know what race he is yet, obviously. I only know that he is random, and so I'm going to try and scout him relatively quickly, but I'm just going to go ghouls. Basically because, first of all, ghouls, I generally will go ghouls against Undead, Human, and Night Elf, and against Orc, it's not particularly hard to switch over to Fiends. So, versus random, I go ghouls with a Death Knight, and I try and scout them as quickly as possible. If I find they're going Orc, for example, I will switch over to Fiends. If they're Undead, I'll usually cancel my hero and get a Dreadlord instead. So it's very important to scout very, very quickly. Best way being before you even start your hero, but I'm lazy like that. So anyway, so I'm going ghouls, and the moment I see he's human, then we'll see that this build I'm doing right now is actually a build I just go against human straight away, so I won't have to worry about anything there. Now, I'm just scouting him with my ghoul, and I'm looking for a couple things. First of all, I'm checking if he's got, for example, a fast expansion. I'm going to see 5 or 6 peasants on wood, and he's going to be continuing to build peasants. Now, obviously, it isn't late enough. I've scouted too early to really determine that. But one thing that perhaps hints that he's not going to fast expand is you'll notice he's not at all hesitant to turn more than one militia into militia, more than one peasant. Generally, if a player is going to fast expand, they won't turn more than 1 or 2 peasants into militia because they need that wood a lot. And you'll see later on when I go back to my ghoul right here, I think he gets like 4 militia. And so that basically means to me that he's not going to fast expand. Also, the fact that he built a tower in his base is another good indication, as you'll see in a second, that he's not going to fast expand. Now, his base setup looks good, but there's a big problem with it, which is that his hero is going to get stuck. And so here you see he just turned on 3 militia just to chase off my ghoul when he definitely didn't need them. I'm not sure why he did that, but that kind of gives me a clue that I don't really need to worry about fast expansion. However, I'm still going to try and harass him, though. I don't know what hero he's going yet, but I generally like to harass a human opponent, especially on the smaller maps, as opposed to creeping, simply because I guess I'm just used to it. But it's very, very easy to pick off some peasants early on, and I don't know, I just like to do that. Now, a lot of Undead players would just go ahead and creep really hard, which I would be more prone to do on the larger maps, but I like to keep an eye on the humans, if possible. Now, here I know why he doesn't just cancel that arcane tower, but that's going to cost him. Now you see he's militia creeping and everything, but so now I'm just taking advantage of the situation, which is really a pretty bad mistake on his part, to take out a couple footmen, and that's my brother yelling at my sister, if you guys heard that. So anyway, my goal here is to just kill as many units as possible. I'm not really going to be able to damage him too badly, and seeing that he has a Mountain King and he's just about to come out with that Mountain King, I definitely do not want to harass against that. I definitely think Mountain King is the best hero for human to get against undead. It completely stops harassment. Very, very powerful later on with the high level Storm Bolt and Clap. So good choice on Dimension's part. And so I'm just going to back off there. So I didn't really lose anything by doing that, but I mean I could have probably had level 2 by now. So it's not really such a great option to harass human that much anymore unless you know they're going to expand. And I would probably recommend just creeping as opposed to expanding. Because I mean once you get that level 2 coil, you really start beginning to get some really powerful nuking power. So anyway, in case you guys didn't watch my other game versus humans, basically my goal is just to go tri-hero with mass ghouls, frenzy, healing scroll, statues, and a couple destroyers, and just completely destroy the human before they have a chance to really respond to that. Human does not really have a good counter for that, other than just outmassing the undead. So, I mean, I'd say the best thing for humans to do is indeed what Dimension is doing, which is Mountain King Paladin for both the anti-nuke and the very powerful nuke of the two of them, combined with an expansion at tier 2 in order to overwhelm the undead player. Just simply having more units. Now, at this point, again, I'm just trying to creep a bit. And if you turn off the Fog of War, you'll see he's coming to harass me, and I don't really think this is a good move on his part. I mean, well, no, it's a good move. You'll see he's going to buy a goblin dropship thingamajigger, and I mean the reason he's doing this is to take my attention away from the town hall. You'll see that I'm training a gargoyle now. I love getting gargoyles on this map. I always get just one gargoyle when I hit tier 2 to scout around the entire map and, maybe cause a little damage. And this gargoyle really wins me this game because it alerts me as to his expansion when I probably would have missed it otherwise. Goblin Zeppelin, that's what it is. Now, what he's doing here is good. It's a lot different from the other human player I played who's only dropping 1 and 2 heroes. With 7 footmen and a hero, he's really going to be able to do some damage. And he's also hitting me right in the middle of my teching, so I'm going to have to cancel that. And this is, at this point, this is a good move on his part. Basically, he's trading his expansion, which I'm now going to destroy, for my gold mine. And this is definitely a good thing. However, I think it would have been better if he had defended his expansion, which he probably definitely could have done. If he defended his expansion and kept that. Because it's not that hard for me to recover from losing my gold mine. I've already got my key tech. Actually, I don't think I cancel. I mean, I'm already almost at tier 3, and that's the most important thing. And if I've got destroyers, and he's got, I mean, you look at his base, he's absolutely nothing. Nothing. I mean, he's really screwed. I mean, like, what? I don't see how he's supposed to win the game at this point. He's got no tech buildings. He's only just now putting up an Arcane Sanctum. And I've already got my second hero. Well, he's getting his second hero as well, but I mean, as soon as I add some statues, and I don't think I even researched Frenzy in this game. No, I don't think I did. It doesn't even matter. And so I'm just unsummoning now to get some money to put up that gold mine, and then I remember I could just sell my items. But at this point, if I just rush him, he really can't do anything as long as I don't mess around with the militia. I don't even have to target his heroes, but I can just win by taking out those tech buildings and then solidifying my advantage. Yeah, I never get Frenzy. That's kind of funny. Now I'm scouting out with my gargoyle because clearly he has absolutely no anti-air, so the gargoyle is very useful. And I'm just finishing off that Zeppelin there with the gargoyle. And the best counter to at least that I find when your opponent tries to Zeppelin drop stuff on your gold mine or whatever, is just get one gargoyle flying around and you kill the Zeppelin. Fiends work also, but now that web costs so much, it's much cheaper to just get a garg. Plus, like on a map like this, you can also scout around with the gargoyle. So I think gargoyles are much more efficient and much more useful in the long run, really. So now at this point, I mean, there's really nothing he can do. His Mountain King's only level 2, so he doesn't have that level 2 clap that he needs to really devastate my ghouls. And I mean, I can just come in and nuke his footman, and there's really nothing he can do. So his big mistake really was not necessarily trading his expansion, but the fact that he teched too slowly almost. I mean, if he had a couple sorceresses now, this entire situation would be different. But so that's what really cost him the game, and he probably could have won it otherwise. Definitely some innovative strategies by dimension. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I know it's a little bit short, but I've been doing a lot lately, so it's all good. And hopefully you guys learned a couple new things about this matchup, a couple cool new little things, whatever. Leave me feedback. Let me know what you want to see next. Next being next for like all three of these, which haven't gone up. But I'll probably be doing a twos commentary next week or whatever. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.